Like, honestly, I knew nothing about fertility going in. Nothing at all. And I think it's because, like a lot of dudes, I got my entire sexual education from a PE teacher and a priest. Two separate guys. Relax, it's okay. It's just that neither of those jobs requires an understanding of science. You know, like, why did we pick them to teach kids about sex? They don't seem to have the knowledge. Think about it. It's one guy who has never had sex in his life. And a priest, right? What? How are these the best we've got? It's an important issue. We trust them. It's one guy whose knees you can always see and one guy whose knees you hope you never see, right? That is, just doesn't seem like experts. I genuinely, Jad, I don't know, like, I hate to break this news to you like this. Like, I thought, like, the first time that I came in my wife, she was going to be pregnant. Like, the first time. Because, like, I don't know if you guys are scientists, that's what you got to do. There's a lot of wife coming going on. It's important. It's important for you to come in my wife. That's the key. Like, that's, or so it's been explained to me, right? But yeah, I thought the first time she was going to, like, be pregnant. And that means I was going to be a dad in, like, 9 months. And I was like, man, am I ready to be a father in 9 months? You know, that was, like, genuinely, I was nervous. Like, I was nervous to come in her for the first time because that's not something I'd ever done before. And before you guys think, like, man, this Christian is undercover. Like, no. It was like, fuck, he slipped through. That's amazing. No. Like, in fairness, with a fucking custom tracksuit, I do look like a youth pastor. Like that. I was nervous. Like, I was nervous to come in my wife for the first time. Like, because I'd never done it. Like, don't get me wrong. I had been there. I just hadn't stayed there. And to have a kid, you gotta stay. You know, you gotta be in there like the whole time. Like, I used to treat having sex with my wife like going to the cinema. Like, when I thought the credits were about to play, I'd get out of the cinema. That's when I'd go. Because I was worried about a sequel, you know, you can't be sure. Little after credits scene, you're like, fuck, there's one coming. You know, it could happen that way. But yeah, to have a kid, you gotta stay. Like, you gotta watch the credits all the way down to the director of photography, then you can go. You know, that's kind of what you're looking for. So that was the thing. I was genuinely nervous to do it for the first time, to have intercourse, to procreate, which is what you call it when it's not for fun, right? And my wife knew that I was nervous, so the first time, we were there, right? We were like going for it. And she knows I'm nervous, so she's trying to reassure me. So we're going, and she says, "You're gonna make such a great dad." And I was like, that's a pretty early call, to be honest. Then we kept going, and she's like, "I can't wait to have a baby with you." And I was like, the credits are getting further away, maybe just... And we're getting closer and closer and closer. And just when I thought the credits were about to play, like all that muscle memory from my 20s kicked in, and I just shoved her off me and came safely in the air. Right, that's what I did, safely in the air. That way goes up, lands on me. I'm a married man now, you can't get that on the sheets, that's messy, right? God gave you a belly button for a reason, get it in there. Clean it up with a day-old t-shirt. We've only got one planet. I didn't know this when I was a younger man, but I think the only reason some women swallow is because it's the best option. From what I've found out, it's not actually the taste, right? That was 18 months ago. Still no baby, still no pregnancy. We've actually done the fertility test. I don't know if anyone here has ever done fertility tests for women. They're quite expensive and invasive, but for dudes, pretty sick. Honestly, probably my favorite ever test. Because our test is we have to jizz in a cup. That's the test. Sorry, I said that wrong. We get to jizz in a cup. It felt like permission, you know? When my doctor was like, "Can you jizz in this cup?" I was like, fucking oath, mate, let's go. Honestly, don't even worry about the Medicare rebate on this one. I'm happy for you to keep 100% of the cum, right? It's all yours. Run the test twice, knock yourself out. But I'd only ever seen fertility tests in American films where you take the test at a clinic, open the door, hand it to the nurse, thank you very much. But in Australia, you actually take fertility tests at home. So I was home, and I was just about to take the test, and my wife called me, and she was like, "Can I be there?" And I was like, why? And she's like, because I want to make sure you're doing it right. I was like, I'm doing it right. You know, like I've never been more confident about anything. In fact, sometimes you do it wrong. Like, that's how right I do it. I've never studied harder for a test. I take a practice exam every time she goes to Pilates, right? Like, I'm gonna nail this fucking test, lock it in. And I took the test. It was more than I thought there'd be, which felt good, you know, good start. But then it was time to deliver it to the clinic, and I'll be honest with you, I've never checked an address more. That's not one you want to get wrong. You don't want to walk through the wrong door being like, here's the cup of jizz you've been waiting for. And the guy behind the counter's like, sorry mate, this is ear, nose and throat. And you're like, oh. So close. But only one of those places is jizz appropriate. Right? I think we can all agree. For anyone who cares, the test came back fine, by the way. My wife has more eggs than most women her age. And I had a doctor look me in the eye and tell me I have an above average load. Thank you. I mean, you're really feeling like the gender clap gap on that joke, aren't you? Everyone's like, fucking get it, brother. And the people who aren't clapping are just like, holy shit, how deep is that guy's belly button? Like, my God. Must be like a fucking plunge pool.